So, what is the anatomy of those relationships where you can find someone who is completely dependable? You can sort of outsource some of your brain bandwidth to them. I find that those types of people very difficult to find. And as an employee, for example, how do you create that relationship with your boss? How do you create that relationship with the CEO? Because to me, those are the types of relationships that have a disproportionate positive outcome on your career. And I don't think that there's any roadmap necessarily for that. So, would it be possible for us to try to figure out what that roadmap might be?
So I mean, from what because I also I've been thinking about that lately too. Is honestly, it's just it doesn't matter the skill set at all of the person that you're hiring. Just so you can forget about that because skills can be learned. It's about the mentality that they're going to be putting in the same, if not more, amount of work than you are, knowing that you're also putting in that time. So it's like a symbiotic relationship. Like CEO, he works more than me. I work more than my developers. They try to work the same amount as us, but they see us working that time, so they're kind of motivated to like, hey, they work this hard. I'm gonna work this hard to show them I can do that. So that they're like, there's just a symbiotic relationship that we push them, they push us because we don't want also we don't want to be bad for the juniors. We want to set a good example and we want to sit like, hey, we're organized, we're planned, we work this, and then they also want to be, hey, they're actually working really hard. They're not just hey giving us orders and then backing off. No, if they're gonna work weekends, if they're gonna make me work weekends, they're gonna work with me. And a lot of times, like that's the thing. A lot of times, I'll tell them to help me work weekends. I wouldn't even need to work weekend. I'm with them, but they're like, no, we got it. And I'm like that's amazing. And to to find that is really really hard. It's kind of like I don't know. It's you have to have the person with the right mentality. It's unfortunately you can't do it for every employee. That's true. You have to find someone who's actually dedicated, who's going to put in this time, which is very very tough. Something the CEO always tells me is he's hired thousands of employees throughout this course of his career, and there's only like people he can count on two hands that he will like if he had them, he will have the best company in the world. Um, so that's his mentality. But from a junior perspective, it's honestly I don't think it's fair to put out on a junior. It's the juniors is got to have determination, has got to have hard work ethic and everything and curiosity. But if the leadership is not in that mentality to lead and mentality to help the juniors, then it's kind of pointless. So, like I said, it always has to be a symbiotic relationship, but kind of has to start with the lead, the leads of the company, because they're the ones who are going to be bringing on the juniors. And then if the leads are good, the juniors will be good as well. If you have that relationship, but you really kind of can't start with um, like like I said, you can be the hardest worker person in the room, and no one knows you work hard. It's pointless. You need a lead that actually can see you and help you grow. But you can also be have a great lead, but have an employee that doesn't work hard and doesn't appreciate it and clocks out at 5. It's not going to work. So you need best of both worlds. Everything needs to be perfect. Everything needs to be compatible together for it to be work. And that even makes it harder because like not only is it hard to find good employees, it's also hard to find good managers. And then putting them together, you're reducing the probability of that happening a lot. And honestly, that's you kind of have to go. You got through a lot of trial and error to get to find that. And that's the unfortunate reality. Is like you have to have quick turnover. Like you have to have
Yeah.
turnover. You have to test out people. You have to see what they're made of, and if it doesn't work out, you can't have too hard feelings about it.